Hey there, Postal here. So today we are taking out the F5F Tier 5 American Premium Heavy Fighter. First question I get from a lot of people on this is it worth it? And, well, I mean, I got it for free, so is it worth free? Yes. I actually quite like this plane a lot. I think it's a lot of fun. Is it competitive?
Let's go.
It's questionable. Typically the first thing I lead off with this plane is its 60-second reload time on the bombs. And if you're leading with the 60-second reload time on the bombs, might not be the best plane, right? We do want to drop these bombs though, I'm not joking. There we go. Crashing our own bombs. There are a lot of strengths to this plane, to be honest. But the biggest weakness of this plane, something that will annoy a lot of people, and it can be annoying to me too, is these guns. So let's just get that out of the way, right? There's two 23mm cannons on here. One thing that's really good about these guns is they don't overheat. You're dead, dude. Stop it. I would have been annoyed if you actually hit me. They don't overheat very quickly at all. You would think even like 20mm cannons at this tier overheat pretty quickly. These do not. They just don't. And so take advantage of that. What they don't do either, though, is hit very hard. You typically want to use your heavy fighters for, you know, taking on bombers, taking out ground attack planes. You can see just from this interaction with the P-38, these guns don't really do a lot of damage very quickly. So take advantage of the ability to hold down the trigger, because you're gonna have to. But, you know, there are some other strengths to this particular plane. Look, my bombs are up and ready to go already. One of the other strengths is it's pretty darn maneuverable, at least for a heavy plane. And so, you know, utilize that maneuverability when you are trying to stay on target with a heavy fighter, like I did versus that P-38J. You can do that. This plane has pretty darn good speed. I mean, it's not the speediest thing in the world at Tier 5, but it's no slouch. What it really does have in spades in regards to speed, though, is its climb rate. If you look at the climb rate of this particular plane compared to any other plane at Tier 5, it's significantly higher than any of the other heavy planes. And you're going to see here how these guns really suck versus something like a B-17. So while I'm taking 5 minutes to kill this guy, the climb rate on this has gotten me out of so many freaking situations. I'm not sure I'm going to kill him before I ram him. Good. You can, if you catch somebody flat-footed, you can definitely utilize your climb rate in a manner that just allows you to get away. I utilize it to just get, shoot, sorry buddy. To get to that higher altitude, plenty of times, just gone straight up just because I can. That's a human or not. I don't think so. The other human's a GA, right? So it wasn't a human. Just to get straight up and get some altitude and then make a decision on my next steps kind of thing. Speaking of next steps, I'm assuming that guy's over there doing that kind of work, so let's go ahead and get to the garrison straight ahead. Oh, hello, Yak. Oh, just sitting out there in space, huh? Somebody's higher than they should be. Alright, let's get this key 61 if I can. Nope, never mind, don't need to. Let's see what we can do here. Well, first and foremost, let's drop some bombs if I can. Can I without dying? Maybe. Too much time spent on aiming the bombs. 45 can be quite a pain in the ass because it is one of the few heavies that's more maneuverable than you. But I've knocked out his wing, so that should help. I've set him on fire, maybe, possibly. Dang, the frickin' defense aircraft got me. So hopefully that's not too, didn't do too much damage there to our ability to flip that sector, but probably did. Probably messed that all up. Did not take the defense aircraft seriously enough, did I? I mean, it looks like, yeah, enemy GA was really tearing up our human GA. We're up 3 sectors to 2, so as long as we continue to stay 3 sectors to 2, we'll actually be pretty okay. The X7 is one of those more maneuverable multi-rolls, so in here you can see like where the frustration, dang it, I'm just kind of hoping the ramp actually. Frustration with only having 2 guns can come into play, especially if you're on a non-maneuverable plane. 2 guns on a maneuverable, like a Yak or something like that, okay, at least I can get those guns on target pretty quickly. This plane, because you're not getting them on target very quickly, sometimes very, very frustrating. Can you just die, sir? Thank you. I forgot to ask it. Like, if you, when you ask the enemies to die, they do it quicker. Oh, I'm so sorry. So we get this XP, and then we shall move back on to the center. Go. Let's get a move on. We're gonna head up because this plane likes being up, and we'll go from there. You can see, like I mean, look at the friggin' angle I'm going up at, right? And I'm just now starting to lose airspeed at 7,000 feet, 6,500 feet. So yeah, 7 seconds. So what I can do here. If I can drop these bombs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Watch out for the air defense aircraft, holy crap! Maybe because it's a tier 6 battle, they're more difficult to worry about when you're a tier 5 heavy. I don't know. But I'm not I'm taking them seriously this time. Got nothing else to worry about over in this sector, so the fact that it's just these heavy fighters and then some of these light fighters, just defense aircraft, I feel a lot more confident in my abilities. I don't have to worry about, you know, like a human coming over and doing anything stupid.
Keep it up. Victory is
I just have to worry about me doing stupid stuff, right? It's clearly... There we go. Come on, guns. Come on, Post, we'll aim further out, man. Gonna have to turn around eventually here. Holy crap, there's a bunch of guys over here. Let's see what we can do. Knock out the Human. But really, that was knock out the fighter that I know can get behind me and cause my life to be a living hell. He just happened to be human. Excelente. Up and over, because I'm going too fast. And we got this one in the bag now. Got 4 sectors pretty well on lockdown. Excellent. Let's head on to the center. Got that multi-roll there. And I think that's a good game. I didn't salute anybody in the beginning. Oh my goodness. Shame on me. Let's see if I can get another... Nope. I'm running out of time here. Oh well. So this shows you hopefully a little bit of what this plane can do. And I apologize if my, I was just kind of rambling there. Still trying to wake up this morning. So we were able to get 12 frags out of there, captured 3 sectors, did about 10,000 damage to ground targets, which is not insignificant, at tier 5 especially. And did a little over 12,000 damage, would have liked to have got, 12,000 personal points, would have liked to have gotten 14, but it is what it is. we've been running to down here at tier 5 is typically the games are, you know, I just haven't been able to get 14,000, win or lose. Situations I haven't been able to put myself in a situation to be able to get 14,000. But, so, you know, the first question people ask me is going to be, you know, is this plane worth it? So let's recap that, right? If you've done enough of the missions to where the cost of this plane is going to be like that $9 or $10 that a typical tier 5 premium plane would be, then yeah, it's worth it. I think this plane can be impactful. It has, you know, the fast reloading bombs. It has pretty good airspeed, pretty good maneuverability, like above average. It has ridiculous altitude performance as far as climb rate is concerned. And then all that's balanced out by, you know, engines that get knocked out relatively often. And guns that don't hit very, very well. They just don't. So it can be a very frustrating plane to play. The gun armament's pretty weak. The bombs and rockets are pretty weak, all things considered, other than the fact that they reload very quickly. They're actually quite weak bombs. So with that in mind, I wouldn't pay any more than the $10. You know, hopefully we're able to get it for free. But if you're looking and saying, okay, do I want to get this plane? I mean, it's really to your discretion at the end of the day. Are you going to regret not having this plane if you don't already have it? No. You're not. It's not going to be 6 months down the road where you're going to be like, man, it really, you know, the F5F is freaking owning all the tier 5 battles, yada, yada, yada. That's not going to be on anybody's lips. But is it a fun plane? I think it's a fun plane. But I don't get overly frustrated when you know, my two cannons don't work the way that I want them to. I've played enough of the dual 30mm cannon planes to not get frustrated by, you know, these two guns when they don't go where I think they should go. So it's really, again, just going to be to your discretion. You know, more important to me than even having a good plane is having a fun plane. I've said that before on some videos I've done on things like the... There's a handful of planes that tier 5 especially that are more fun than they are good. The 1080C. Man, I got a lot of tier 5. Oh, never mind. I'm not looking at just tier 5s. The 1080C. Sorry, the 8010C. My bad. Is a really, really fun plane. It's not very good though. You know, weak armament, yada yada yada. I absolutely love this plane. Is it good? Is it for everybody? Hell no, it's not. But I like it, so that's all that really matters to me. The SE-100. This plane is a really fun plane. It's also a really, really good plane. And if you just want a really good Tier 5 heavy plane, I'd recommend going for the SE-100. And it's all about its guns. So it's funny. The SE-100 is basically the complete opposite of the F5F. The F5F has more airspeed. The F5F has more maneuverability. The F5F has better altitude performance. The F5F has bombs that, you know, are weak, but they reload very quickly. They help you flip sectors, and that's what I mean by a multi-roll. Like, you kill everything in the air with an F5F, and then you drop a couple bombs, and you actually flip a sector. The difference between these two planes is the SE-100 has ridiculously good guns, both on the front and its rear gunner. And as such, the SE-100 tends to be, you know, one of the most used Tier 5 premium planes, just because it's so freaking strong with its guns. But the airframe is crap. And it really is. I mean, I've flown it, and it's, you know, it's a flying brick. But it doesn't matter. If you get the guns on target, you wreck everything that comes near it, and you move on. And so that's really, like, this is a plane that people typically enjoy, is the SE-100. The F5F, complete opposite of an SE-100. And it's still good, but in its own way. It's not overpowered like the SE-100 is on the verge of being overpowered, just because, again, the guns are so strong on the SE-100. But the F5F is a really well-balanced plane. and it's balanced because of the weak guns, because everything else is so, so relatively strong, above average, I'd say, for everything else as far as airspeed, maneuverability, altitude performance is concerned. It's above average across the board on all those, and it's balanced out by its weak guns. So anyway, I hope this gameplay was helpful for you. There's many, many times where I've got myself stuck into a situation that I regret getting stuck into. And I'm able to use the engine power of this plane to either get away in a straight line or get away at a significant upward velocity. But it took some time to get used to when's the best time to do which one of those. So that's just going to come with flying it. Yeah, so I hope this was helpful. Probably not. I mean, it's, I didn't really tell you definitely should buy it or definitely shouldn't. Well, you definitely shouldn't if you're spending $32 on this plane. It's not worth $32. But beyond that, it's really to your discretion of what your playstyle is and what your end result is you're aiming for. If you're aiming for like a world-changing, damage dealer, this is not the plane for you. If you're looking for something that's going to earn you silver and train your crew and you're going to have fun in, this could be for you. It just matters your playstyle. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I hope this was helpful. Please, if you've got any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat below or on my Discord channel. And if you happen to have this plane, do you agree with my assessment on it? Are you enjoying it? Do you find it fun? Or do you regret buying it? Do you regret grinding? What are your feelings on the F5F? I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.